Hello, my name is Mrs. Smith. I've lived a life filled with grief and rage, and now I'm taking what I've learned and sharing it with an advice column called Dear Mrs. Smith.
Mrs. Smith.
Hello, and welcome to Dear Mrs. Smith, my online advice column. You can submit your questions to carlisle.alert@gmail.com. This is our first question, and it comes from a young lady. Dear Mrs. Smith, I'm a single gal living in a lonely coastal city. I love my cat Samsung more than anything. He's the sweetest kitty ever, but he's so affectionate, it's starting to get in the way of my love life. When I bring a Tindr gent back to my studio apartment for coffee, Samsung is all over me while hissing at the fella. If I corral him into the bathroom, the caterwauling is epic. That is a symptom. How do I make a healthy boundary with Samsung so I can get to know Mr. Swipe Right? Oh, that's good. Signed, Caterwauling Kitty in the Can. Now, this is a thing with this, especially the single gals now. You're more independent than we were. I mean, when I went to the city as a young lady, lived at the Hotel for Vulnerable Young Women, I had Carlisle there with me. He was my companion. And of course, I had gentlemen callers, of course. But they would never come into the hotel. Never, absolutely never. And things have progressed. And so here you are. And you are allowed, if it is safe, to bring a Tindr gent into your domicile. And perhaps, and I hate to say this, perhaps the cat is sniffing out something dangerous in the young men. A darkness, something in them that is not come to the surface yet. And I have dealt with this. I was married to a Viscount who was very charming on those first few dates. As soon as he got me married, I was locked in a tower for years. And so it could be that Samsung has this penetrating ability to see into these young men, and he's warning you with this caterwauling. The caterwauling is stop. So I would take him as a read. Samsung knows something. Keep bringing the guys home and keep exposing them to Samsung, and finally you'll have a nice young man who is not a threat, and you can be together. That's my answer. So that's all.